Hello and welcome along to Arsenal Fan Circle, AFC Circle. Um, so, halfway point of the English Premier League. Let's take stock, especially in the top 6 places. So, Manchester United have been struggling with Mourinho, um, and that has been very welcoming to see. I predicted he would get sacked before Christmas, and it came true just in time for Christmas, an early Christmas present for me. But the top 4 or 5 places have been really dominated with Manchester City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea, and Arsenal. So half-term reports go. Liverpool have definitely exceeded expectations, even with a great defender and a great goalkeeper. People did not expect them to get to 16 wins. I think it's 17 wins now and 3 draws. They are putting Manchester City under serious pressure. Manchester City, who have started quite well, but have faded a little bit over this Christmas period. Um, they need to get back on track tomorrow versus Southampton. And then the big game on the 3rd of January is Manchester City versus Liverpool. That will be a big deciding game in the title race. Tottenham, they have gone under the radar a little bit, but recently now they surged after the North London Derby, where Arsenal beat them. Tottenham surged with 5 wins, but I'm very happy to say that they lost today to Wolverhampton Wanderers in quite an exhilarating game. If you're an Arsenal fan, they went quite Spursy and blew it just when the commentators started talking about them as possible title contenders. Now let's move on to Chelsea. Under Sarri, they've come in. There's similar circumstances to Arsenal. Sarri has come in and got a good tune out of the squad, but we're starting to see the limitations of this squad, especially up front with Morata and Giroud. They can't really decide which striker they want to go with. Personally, with my Arsenal affiliations, I think Giroud is a better striker. They're very dependent on Pedro and especially Hazard, and they're dependent on keeping things tight at the back. Recently, they found things tough going, so they will really be fighting it out with Arsenal for that forward spot, which I'm hoping that Arsenal can pip them to. Um, Arsenal's halftime report card. We knew with Manchester City and Chelsea that it would be tough right out the gates, and sort of Emery got a little bit of a pass there. He got to see, in effect, two preseason games with his squad, and he got to understand his team before they went on a 22 game unbeaten streak, which some people got too high about it and some people got too low about it, but you got to stay even here. 22 games unbeaten in all competitions is really good in any code. So you got to take that into account. Um, then recently they lost to Southampton in the Premier League and in the Carabao Cup to Tottenham. Not too disheartened about that. Tottenham now have to play Chelsea in the Carabao Cup in a two-legged game, so that will take some legs out of both teams. And Arsenal need to recoup some ground as they lost most recently today versus Liverpool, who really Liverpool are a different beast to what Arsenal are right now. They're about 2 years apart in development. Liverpool is in project third year of their project, while Arsenal is 6 months in. So Arsenal fans, do not get too disheartened. If all things go right, we are looking at. We should look at Liverpool as what we will be in 18 months or 2 years from now. So let's follow that model, Emery and Kroenke. So In summary, Arsenal have are staying within expectations. Let's not get too high, too low. They're about where we expect them to be. And with a turnover of manager, we need stability, and this season is going to bring us stability. Um, we need to move some players out. It's only natural Emery gets a chance to tweak his squad a little bit by a couple of players in this transfer window. So the Arsenal board, you need to support what Emery wants to do. Um, but we're right on track. Out of one of the cups, and we have two cups still to go. The FA Cup, which would seem to be second team territory, and the Europa Cup, which we should really focus on. Emery's a specialist in the Europa Cup, so we should really focus on the competition. So here's to the second half of the season. We can possibly improve on the first half and power into a fourth place finish toward the end of the season, and hopefully going far in the Europa Cup. Um, this was Arsenal Fan Circle, and please subscribe and like and comment.